Welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a car video for you guys. Not very cinematic, whatever. So I started, I got a coach. We worked together for about 12 weeks. His name is Cry. He's on YouTube. You can look him up. Great guy. Held me accountable, and we got shit done. I lost about 15 pounds. I didn't renew instantly. It was about 4 weeks went by before I was like, you know what? I want to lock in just one more time with my boy Cry. Just to really, I just felt like I hadn't reprogrammed myself to the degree that I need to in order to get where I want to be. So I'm like, yo, Cry, I got new goals, bro. I got new goals. Look, I know the goal was 205 when we first started working together. I got down to 212. I'm happy with that. I'm proud. But the goal didn't get hit. I can hear Cry right now in the back of my head saying, "Fuck gold standards," right? You know, and I get it. But look, I'm just saying, like, my goal. That's how I want to talk. That's my boy though. But my goal was 205 pounds. I did not achieve 205 pounds because during the 12 weeks that we worked there, I was still doing a lot of yo-yoing, which is what a lot of you guys do. And I wish people understand this, coaches especially, because I feel like nowadays it's so easy to find somebody on Instagram or, you know, whatever, insert whatever social media platform you use to find people that you gravitate towards, like their physique, and then boom, next thing you know, you want them to be coaching you. What you have to understand, bro, especially if you're somebody who's trying to lose weight, right? Because gaining weight, that's a whole nother journey, right? There's two extremes. You got people who are trying to lose weight, and then you have people who are trying to gain weight because they want to put on muscle and size because they're puny. Shout out to you guys too. But over here, you know, my whole life has been about trying to lose weight and get in the best shape of my life. So that's what I am akin to. So with that said, I feel like what a lot of us on this side fail to realize is that most guys that are in really good shape, who are like what we look at as goals when it comes to physique, dude, most of these guys have never been overweight. Most of these guys, you know, it's been easy for them. Like, they've had it, I'm just gonna say it, bro, they've had it easy. I'm not gonna say they didn't work for it. They didn't work for that physique. There's still discipline that's required to achieve a certain look, you know, especially when you're not enhanced, especially when you're not using steroids. The point I'm making here is that over here on this side of people who are trying to lose weight, who've always struggled with things like food addiction, things like emotional eating, people don't understand that psychology, bro. That's why big brother Kenneth Darnell is here, because I do understand that psychology. I did have to fucking fight through I did have to slay those demons in order to get down to my lowest weight, which was 194. And I went from 240 pounds down to 194 when I did that 2 years ago. So, you know, it's just like they don't understand the psychology behind losing weight, and someone that, you know, has fat to lose. So I hit up Cry and I'm like, bro, the goal is different this time. Like, I've been working through like a lot of the shit that caused me to yo-yo while we was going through the 12 weeks together. I realized, you know, I understand now my trigger foods. These are things that I've discovered on my own, apart from being in the 12 weeks with him. And I'm like, yo, the new goal, the new standard is 190 pounds. That's where I want to be. That's where I see myself. I see myself shredded, aesthetic, my most aesthetic at 190 pounds. Not only that, but it's like, it's what it says about my fucking character, bro. Like, if I went from 220 pounds is where I'm at right now, right? Remember, I told you I was at 212 pounds. I'm back up to 220 pounds. Why? Because there was still that behavioral problem that I had not addressed yet. And again, you got to find somebody who can help you address this. Luckily for me, I'm self-motivated. I was able to find someone to help me discover this about myself. And now that I'm aware of it, man, I'm on day 4. And have I had thoughts of, you know, eating Panda Express? Yes. But have I acted on it? No. So we're on the right path. And that's not to say that I'm not going to have a mess up. That's not to say that I'm not going to have a cheat meal when I'm supposed to be on plan. But guess what? It is to say this. Failure is a part of the process, and I'm not going to shame myself. I'm going to continue to pick up this camera and be transparent with you guys because you're on the same journey as fucking me. Pause. I know a lot of y'all that watch me are guys, so that's a pause. But what I'm saying is, you're on the same journey as me, brother. And I'm here for you. And I get it. I get that Our battle is totally different. Our battle is tough. Our battle is tough, you know? Our battle, like, it's like we're in the NBA. We're the guy that has to guard people like Steph Curry. We have a tough job. You know, that he's going to shoot from deep. And sometimes you can play impeccable defense, but that shot's going to drop whether you like it or not. We have tough jobs, guys. Our job is to fight ourselves. We are our biggest op. We are our biggest op until we get to discover and learn more about ourselves so that we can be patient with ourselves, because it's going to be a journey, man. It's going to take time. These seeds take time to become fruitful. The goal now is 190, bro, and I'm documenting all this shit, and I'm going to give you all the keys. And then if you want, you can work with me, someone that's actually exactly where you are right now, which is struggling, battling, fighting your own psychology. Okay, you're not a loser. You're not a screw up, bro. You have problems with your psychology, and that's what the hell I want to paint that picture on camera for you guys so that you can see that, brother, you can look how you want to look. You know, a lot of this fitness shit really just ain't that deep. You know, a lot of us really just want to look good. A lot of us just have an eye for aesthetic, and we want to be our own image of what an aesthetic physique looks like, instead of glorifying and worshiping other people online and being like, damn, I wish I had their body. Like, no, I'm goals. I look in the mirror, I take my shirt off, I put on the outfit. I'm goals. I'm Himothy. I'm Himzel Washington. You know, we don't want to dude, I don't even follow influencers on Instagram or nowhere. If I like your physique, you know, but you're not talking about nothing, I mean, and also I got to see where you started. If I don't know where you started, brother, I don't care how you look. That means nothing to me, you know, because again, this journey has been tough for me, and I've started from the bottom. I've really got it out the mud. When you go from being 240 pounds with tits bigger than your own girlfriend's, brother, you're in the trenches, and I get it. I totally get it, bro. So yeah, the new goal now, I just really wanted to update you with this video, brother. The new goal now is 190. Today's day 4. I just left Aldi's. I'm at work right now, but I just left Aldi's to go and get another gallon, because one standard that I have for myself is to finish a gallon every day. So typically what I do, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll see me post where, you know, I've used my, I got my permanent mark, and I've marked lines on this water jug with times by which I have to complete a certain amount of water, you know, and that just helps me get my water in and kind of gamify the whole process of drinking my gallon of water, which is very, very important for multiple reasons. You know, good skin, increasing metabolism. I would even say it helps with your focus, bro. Like, you drink water and your brain is just it's hydrated. Your body's hydrated. Things are just running better. You know, you're able to focus more. What else? I mean, overall healthy, bro. Your body needs water, right? It helps regulate your organs. So these things are important. The water is massively important, because if you're hydrated, it also affects the aesthetic of your body, how you look, you know? So gotta get the water in. I recommend Aldi's water if you're looking like for a place to get water. I hate water that comes in the jugs that are like not the top grip, but the side grip. I don't know why. To me, it just tastes different. Even though they all say purified water, dude, it just tastes different. Like, if you can, to me, it's when I do my test, it's just it sums off. Sums off. It's like y'all either added something to it to enhance the flavor and really ended up fucking up the flavor, or yeah, I just don't know. I wish I could be a fly on the wall on these water plants, because they're not bottled at springs. Let's be honest. I've digressed. But the point I'm making here, man, is I'm excited to share the remainder of this journey with you. Again, I've locked in with my coach again for another 6 months. This will be my last 6 months, because I feel like at a certain point in time, right, like, you can do all the coaching in the world, and I think you should always be trying to find a mentor, but there has to become a point in time where you are able to sustain the results that you get with your coach on your own, because who the hell wants to pay thousands of dollars for the rest of their life to a coach, right? Like, and I feel like as a coach, a great coach is going to coach you on how to do these things on your own. Like, he's going to be able to, almost like a therapist. Like a therapist, you don't have to be with a therapist for the rest of your life, right? Like, there may be times where you have to check in with the therapist, right? But you don't have to rely, like, you don't have to be so dependent on the therapist. And I feel like a good coach does the same thing that a good therapist does, which is they give you the tools to go out there and be able to sustain your mental health on your own and have like the resources handily available without having to constantly call them and vent. And that's what a coach should do, man. They should be able to provide you with the tools and the resources to be able to execute things on your own, whether that's, you know, reading material, whether that's, you know, journal prompts, you know, whether that's, you know, giving you the knowledge and the information so that you understand how to track macros better, whatever the case may be. You know, it really just depends on the goal. But the point I'm making is this is my last 6 months with my coach. From here on out, it's just going to be me thugging it out by myself, and then coaching you guys and then learning from you guys, because that's another thing. It's like, as a coach, I also feel like you learn so much just by coaching other people, because we all, yes, we may have a very, you know, we what Drake said in that one song, we walked the same path but got on different shoes. I got a couple, I never get to choose. Like, it almost turned into karaoke. I stopped myself. But the point I'm making here is, brother, it's like, at the end of the day, I'm not going to be reliant or dependent on nobody, because there's only so much you can do for me at the end of the day. Like, our first 12 weeks, man, I would check in with Cry and be like, brother, do you need anything from me? Like, the calls would be super short because there's only so much Cry can do on his end, right? Like, there comes a point in time where it's like, it all falls on me. The results I get, what I'm doing on a day-to-day when I'm not on the phone with him, when we're not having a coaching call. What am I doing outside of those moments? And they're very small moments, while everything else that I'm doing outside of those moments are huge. Like, that's what's painted the full picture of what you get at the end of the 12 weeks or at the end of the 6 months. You get what I'm saying? So really, that's the vid, man. Just wanted to check in with y'all, let you know what's going on. Just to give you guys a full recap, I lost 12 pounds in about 12 weeks. I look great. I feel good. Learned a lot about myself. But truth is, there was a lot of behavioral things that hadn't been addressed because, you know, that's not his journey. That's mine. That's for me to figure out. And it caused me to go back up to 220 pounds. Now, gratefully, you know, I've been able to still sustain a look that I'm happy with. Now, I'm locked in for another 6 months, and we're really gonna hammer in this new identity. We're really gonna hammer in a new program, man. Again, I gotta end this video here, man, because I'm in the car and this bitch is starting to feel like a sauna. So thank you for watching. You have any questions, comments, dude, drop it down below. You can email me personally at kennycommas369@gmail.com if you want to work with me, or if you just want to chop it up about your own journey. Follow me on Instagram at Kenneth Darnell. You know, you can find me anywhere with that handle. So I appreciate the love.